Watch party.
Howdy, folks. Is Vile Mike here, and Jordan's with me already. How you doing, man?
I'm doing.
So I'm going to vamp for a little bit while we get some more people in the stream, at least watching or on the panel. That because we're going to try to do the calendar today. And Mrs. Vile just realized I was going live, and was like, "Oh yeah, she's watching a video on her phone." You're watching my video on your phone? Alrighty. I want to try to get one thing up and running so I can keep track of what we're going to do for the calendar. Come on. Shouldn't be that hard. There we go. So, let's see. So 3rd, 17th. And it'll be 1st, 15th, 29th.
Yeah, just got the notification you're live.
Oh, that's funny. There have been times where I haven't got my notification that I'm live until like halfway through the stream.
How the hell did Jordan beat me up here?
Because he's not stoned this morning.
Neither am I.
Are you sure about that, Mike?
I was assuming so. How you doing, Yvette?
Well, in all fairness there, Mike, I was watching Stonado before I came up.
Oh.
What's that? Stonado?
Yeah.
Tornadoes made of stones, Jordan.
Well, they hurl stones. Hey, if you want, Yvette, next Saturday, I'm hosting a watch party on my channel there of Stonado.
Right, it depends what time it is, honey, because the rest of the world has now joined the USA and Canada, and we're back to normal time. So I lost an hour last night. I specifically set my alarm for 5 to 5, which is 5 to 12 for you.
Yeah.
Have we got?
So,
am I duplicating myself?
There is a slight echo.
All right. Yeah. And then, hey, baby, my little LDG.
Well, Yvette, I was thinking of doing late afternoon, early afternoon, late morning on my
I might be able to make it. It depends on work, Jordan, because I'm about to embark on, in April, a big experiment. So I'm getting less and less time. You know, this is one stream I don't like missing. However, I'm going to plead my case with Wild Mike for any I want to do to be in May onwards.
Yvette, does that mean a photon's going to be shooting through something?
That's going to be a repeat of last year's, and you know about that anyway.
Yeah, so sorry, that one. Sorry.
We're going to repeat it and see if we get the same results, and if we do, well, party
over here.
How you doing, Mike?
All right, so you are going to basically suggest the same thing you did last time, or last year?
No, I actually thought about this, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not that vicious and nasty like you.
All right, because...
Hola, Mrs. Cardenas.
Hey, Mrs. Vile. Nice to see you.
Hey, Miss Vile.
She's right across over there. She's watching the stream on her phone while still in bed.
Buenos dias.
Oh, God, I wish I was in bed. No. Well, no, don't take that.
I didn't realize she is streaming my stream from her phone onto the TV so that I can see myself up there and down here.
I do that. Wait, in my bedroom, I have a 72-inch smart telly. It's like a little cinema in there. And in the mornings, I'll put LDD on the big screen so I don't have to try and see anyone. but I can't see the chat unless he puts it up. But
Yeah.
Mike,
and then I nod off.
Mike, if you're looking at the TV and you're going, "What the hell is wrong?" Don't forget the TV adds 10 pounds. Okay, you need to skin your TV.
Well,
Hey,
I'm just gonna see how long it takes for it to catch up for when I'm actually doing something. So
10,
I'm moving
10 to
my
20
hand
seconds.
specifically right now, and I'm waiting for it to start moving my hand on there, and now I can see it.
10 to 27 seconds. So
There's still a really bad echo.
There is.
I think it's about.
No, hold on. It might be me.
I'm muted on
Oh, it is Jordan.
the tabs.
Is
I
it
can
me?
mute myself.
Yes, you just muted yourself, Jordan, and there was no echo on Yvette.
I didn't mute myself.
Oh, who did?
I muted myself.
Oh, we found the culprit.
So why am I echoing?
Mrs. Vile, slap him or throw something at him if you're too
Because
lazy
he
to get out of
hates
bed.
me.
No, it's not that.
No, it's not that. I still hate you, but it's not that.
No, she was wondering if it was because of the TV being on, and I said no, it's not that because she's got it on 0 volume.
Yeah. Weird. I can come out and come back in if that helps. But usually if it's echoing on mine, it's not me.
Well, let me try it first because I think it's on my end, so I'm going to do that. I'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back. So, Yvette, is there any echo anymore?
Not at the moment. Actually, I was
No.
going to ask you something.
It was Mike.
And I who? Because I missed it because I fell asleep. Did you hit anyone this morning? Or did you just shout at them hard?
Oh, that was yesterday.
What
I would
happened
say,
yesterday?
I have no idea about time. I only recall things in dribs and drabs. Did you? Did you though?
Alrighty, is that better?
Hey, Resident.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep,
Yep,
no
yep.
echo.
No echo. Hey, Mercer.
All right, okay.
Resolute's in.
I don't hear an echo.
There are going to be a grand total of 7 JeopNerdy games this quarter. I promise, due to my mistake, or at least the issues that we had, Orville will be first. So on April 3rd, that'll be Orville.
Cool.
On May the 1st, we're going to skip that May the 1st because I'm going to do the second annual Star Wars JeopNerdy tournament on May the 4th.
Okay.
Sounds like
It will
a
be
good
a non-morning
plan.
stream, but I'm going to try to get some Star Wars players, maybe we can get Andy Trekker, Lore Reloaded, Captain Foley, all them to play again like we did last year, plus anyone else.
Don't forget Bird, for Christ's sake.
Well, as I said, everyone who played last year, plus maybe some new people that want to play. I
Yeah.
might limit it to just 9 players, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, there's
I will ask somebody who's actually in Star Wars if they want to play.
Go ahead, because my plan to get someone on Orville to do it failed. So
Okay.
Hey,
I was just trying to get them to record a question, and they couldn't do it because of Cameo being a bitch.
If you ever do a Harry Potter one, I can get someone that's been in that.
hey, Mercer,
Well,
how
I'm
about you
gonna
come up here?
As of right now, because of J.K. Rowling and her little issues, I'm not going to be probably doing a Harry Potter
No,
one.
it's fine. I just thought I'd mention that.
Oh, I was going to suggest Harry Potter.
I've got some doozers
Hey,
that we
bud.
haven't
Mercer,
even
we're not
mentioned
playing
yet.
today. We're just making the calendars.
Yeah, sorry, Mercer.
Yeah, come up here and help us come up with category ideas.
All right,
Put
so
it up.
let's see. If we do
April-
something easy, how about what date would be good for the Patreon one? Yvette?
As I said, April, I probably won't even exist in real time. I'm going to be very busy doing my job.
All right. So
So
what about
April's out for me.
all right? What about late May or June?
Yeah, May's fine. June's fine.
There he is.
Hey, Mercer.
Hey, Mercer.
I gotta get my headphones. Hold on.
All right. If
Hey.
we do it, if we just that way we can have every other one taken care of right now. How about we do May 29th, which for some reason I have in my calendar as May 79th.
Kind of like my birthday is February 31st.
And look, I've got my pen here. I'm
Online.
writing these down so I know which ones I've got to play. And then any others, if I'm about, I'll come on and be a dick if you haven't got enough people.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
Okay. So you want to hear my 2 Patreon suggestions?
Sure. And you want me to just make it a Twitter poll for those 2? And
Yeah.
okay. So what are the choices?
The 2 choices I'm giving is, and I know which one's going to win. Blake 7 and Red Dwarf. We've not done a Red Dwarf.
Lister!
I'm pretty sure Red Dwarf will win, but
I want to play Orville Jeopardy right now.
yeah, that's next
Board's
week,
not
Mercer.
ready yet. Mercer.
Hey, Mike. So in April, though, it is First Contact Day and also Tornado Awareness Month. If you want to do something with those.
all right, Mike, I haven't got Twit, so could you please tell me what we got so far on the dates? So I can write them down this time.
Okay. As of right now, we have on April 3rd, Orville. On May the 4th is Star Wars. And May 29th, we have Patreon.
Hang on, Jesus.
That's it.
3rd is Orville.
How about classic films?
Star
that we
Trek
love?
is
Hold
when?
on.
Wait. He's getting the calendar for you back.
Right, Star Trek's when?
Star Wars is on
Oh,
May 1st.
Star
or May
Wars.
4th.
4th of May, right? And then, what's the next one?
The one you just suggested.
Oh,
This is
right,
This is what I
29th.
have so far.
Patreon. Right, that's fine. Right, so we need 2. Right, April 17th. 17th of the 4th we're billing, 22nd of the 6th, and 26th of the 6th. Okay, I've written down all the dates so I can just fill them in now. Right.
I don't disagree, Germ, because Blake 7 is one of the ones I've never seen. I've seen Red Dwarf, at least some of it, but I've never seen Blake 7. So, but why do you think it would be hard for me to do? Just because, as I said, I'm not saying you're wrong.
No. I know a lot of people that would play Blake 7 too. So, but I do think Red Dwarf will win anyway, so I won't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
unless some people just want to be dicks and make it hard for me.
Because you've never done Red Dwarf, and please just do the television series. There's a few books, although they do follow the TV series because they were written after, but apart from the first one. But most people have only seen the TV series. And they're still making it today. So.
Yeah, I was 6 years old when Blake 7 came out.
Oh, you know what, Elijah? Don't do that to me.
Sorry, I was 3. Sorry, 3 years old.
I hate you. Damn it.
Let's put it this way. I don't think I was born yet when Red Dwarf started.
Damn it!
I wasn't born, but I still watched it as a kid on PBS.
Here.
yeah. But
Yeah, I was alive and kicking and drinking and being a very young adult. Hey, Grandpa.
hey, MB.
Resolute said Red Dwarf is a good idea. Why don't I mean you can put the poll up, but
Well,
I think Red Dwarf is a good idea.
That, this will make you feel better. I was 3 years old when Red Dwarf came out
Yeah,
in
thanks.
1988.
That's great. I was partying in clubs. I was working. Actually, I was in Corfu that year during when it set fire to itself, and yeah, that's the first time I bought a whip and learnt how to use it properly. Someone trained me. There you go. 1989.
It's all in the
And
wrist.
damn it, I'm old.
Don't forget, it's all in the wrist, the whip.
Hey,
Hey,
I
yeah.
was going to make a comment on that whip there, but I'm going to be nice.
Look, I wanted to be able to crack a whip. And I met a Greek guy because who's a Greek island, and no weird stuff. He just taught me how
Nice.
to do it. And by the end of leaving Corfu, I could put a candle out with a whip.
I learned how to do that when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna miss First Contact Day here. But April, if there's a crap ton of like tornado movies out, we could do that, like Tornado Jeopardy for Tornado Awareness Month.
Twister.
Why don't you just have
Thank
a
you,
general
Grandpa.
store movie like
You were 7.
like
How
2012?
about Titanic Jeopardy?
Well,
A what, Mercer?
Like Citizen Kane.
Sorry, I was just trying to make you
It's
guys
like Breaking Bad.
because I'm just doing this in a text document.
Sorry, Mercer, I could not hear you. What were you saying?
I don't remember. I was saying like Titanic or classic films like Citizen Kane, anything before the 40s, or maybe like a crime drama TV thing like Breaking Bad, that kind of stuff.
Breaking Bad, NCIS, Hill Street Blues, like that, like a cop thing.
have you done
Yeah.
Indiana Jones yet?
I've never seen any of those. Oh, that's a good one to do.
Yeah,
I have not done Indiana Jones yet. I have not done crime police procedurals.
No, I don't like
How about
them.
like John Wick?
Other people do.
I have not done John Wick.
Hey, Resolute Germ, I disagree with that. I think you could do a panel about the movie and then do a panel about the series and the TV movies that came out because I've seen them all.
You gotta do
Yeah,
Transformers.
it lasted what, one season plus the
Four
made-for-TV
different
movie that started it.
Yeah,
Then
they had
there's, what,
about
5 movies
Yeah.
plus 7 books.
Yeah, I think they had at least 5 movies. It was interesting. The way it ended was it ended in a cliffhanger, and then we get to the TV movie, and they kind of just blow past it like, you know, hey, forget about that last episode.
What show is that?
Alien Nation.
Alien Nation.
Sykes and Francisco.
I
You
actually
go
had
back, too.
Trouble is, I watched it at the time, but no, I went back and watched it
You
again.
gotta
So
do
I only have,
Transformers, and you can have one category about the cartoons, and then the other categories can be about the actual live action movies.
That's actually a good idea. I like that one. I like that idea.
And
Which
maybe
one?
for G.I. Joe,
What,
like a
Transformers, one board cartoons, one board movies. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
You can throw
Oh,
G.I.
yeah,
Joe in
that's
there.
a
I'm a
good
huge fan of both G.I. Joe and Transformers. Grew up. That was my thing when I was a kid.
Well,
Yeah.
if we do Transformers, it would have to be limited to something because Transformers, just like Star Trek, can be really huge.
Well, you could limit it to like, you know how you did Lord of the Rings when you had one category about the books, but the other categories were about the movies. You could have one category about the original Sunbound TV series, and then the other ones are about the Michael Bay and the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah,
Now, if I
Hasbro and Bay.
do Transformers,
That's
I'd
getting
do
more
like
complicated.
G1 to G1 or
Yeah, G1 is I think you should limit it to G1 or the movies.
no, because the movies aren't G1.
No, I say limit to G1 and the movies. The movies are inspired by G1, but
No,
like,
I
you
don't
have
want
one
to.
category about the G1 cartoon, you know, up until like season 3.
The
the
Michael
original
Bay
movie,
movies
like,
are a
in the 80s?
disaster enough that they could qualify as their own JeopNerdy. So I don't want to do G1 and the Michael Bay movies. If I were to do that, I would probably do something along the lines of like maybe Beast Wars and Beast Machines or.
Well, you
the
did it with
Unicron
Lord of the
trilogy.
Rings. You had like one
So,
category about the books, the stage play, or the radio dramas, and then you had the other categories about Peter Jackson's movie. So you could have like a G1 Sunbound, you know, the Sunbound cartoons that had 3 seasons with the original '86 movie, and then you could have the other categories about the Michael Bay and the Bumblebee movie, which I forget who directed it at the moment.
I got one for you, Mike. Why not a Voltron?
What's Voltron?
yeah, that's the problem. I don't think enough people know about Voltron or care. Despite the fact that me and Caddy reviewed one of the Voltron shows.
Voltron's original Power Rangers.
How
about Die Hard?
I didn't hear.
There's like
Yes.
5,000 Die Hard
Idea what
movies.
Voltron is.
Oh, Mike, I got a good one. If you have a bunch of unused questions sitting around there, you could have one of the days be "Screw you, you're not getting a hint day."
Dude, you
I
gotta
like
do
that.
Rocky. You gotta
It
do
just-
the Rocky
Mike.
franchise, Rocky Creed franchise.
And just have your
Here's,
boards.
Hey, here's a good one for you. It'd give you a broad area to go in.
But we already did Disaster JeopNerdy, and it was a disaster.
It was. My God, didn't you
Mike,
see us crash and burn on that one? Mike, I
Hey,
do have
Mike,
a suggestion. Sorry, Grandpa. I didn't know you were talking.
Well, what I was going to say was what you could maybe do instead of just maybe Voltron, but maybe do like one where you talk about 80s cartoons, questions, and then maybe another panel on 90s.
Well, that's
do
that's
that.
one of the things
Do
I did
that on
last
the
year
17th of
was I did a
April
whole
when I can't
Jeopardy
make it.
Hey, you did that one already last year.
Remember?
I came in second place in that one. I remember that. I know that did.
Okay.
Hold on.
So my suggestion is Warehouse 13.
Ooh, nice one.
If I were Warehouse 13 is one of those ones I don't know if it would get enough people, but if I combined it with Eureka, since they take
Yes,
place,
I was going to say you could always mix and match with Eureka because it's a crossover one. But Warehouse 13, I literally have. We've been watching Warehouse 13, and there's 5 people I know now that would probably come play.
G.I. Joe, you got to put G.I. Joe down, man. Love G.I. Joe.
No, not with Warehouse 13.
I'm
thinking
these
he
are
could
all possibilities. I'm putting at the bottom.
Oh, right, got you.
Well, I think he could expand this because he could go with sci-fi shows on that time because you had Eureka, Warehouse 13, you had Sanctuary, you had Battlestar Galactica.
Sanctuary's brilliant as well.
I haven't seen past the first episode. I haven't seen past the first episode of Sanctuary.
Mrs. Weil has a point because we did it last year, didn't we, Mrs.
Yeah,
Weil?
we did all the day.
Yeah, because we came up with all the as many of the female people.
When is Mother's Day this year?
Well, for me, it's today. It's Mother's Day today here in the UK.
I don't know because I lost my
rest
job at the restaurant. That's how I always kept track. Is the day I couldn't take off of work.
It's normally May or
Mother's
June,
Day is May. Mother's Day is May 8th.
Yeah, but when is it in Mexico, Ben? The 10th. Okay.
So,
since Mother's Day in Mexico and the United States is close to May the 15th, why don't we just do that again? The second annual Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I still like my screw. Just unused questions there. Just screw you. You're not getting a hint, and just put the categories of like people, place, or whatever.
I need more coffee.
What about Battlestar Galactica? Have you done one of those?
I think you did.
I don't know if I've done Battlestar Galactica.
I think you did.
It's huge. I would recommend if you're going to do Battlestar Galactica, either do the original or do the new one. Don't mix them both together.
You know what? Germ has when he said Warehouse 13 and Eureka as mini boards. If we did a mini board, like say on the 12th, we could do like that whole Sci-Fi Channel block. Warehouse 13, Eureka, Sanctuary, and Battlestar Galactica that they had during that time period.
Yeah, that's right. That's 8 days before my birthday.
Well, that's right. That's right. You're turning 38, huh?
I love you. Mini board. Okay, I've got that down. I think that's a good idea, Resolute, as well. Yeah.
Right.
Early 2000s, any 90s. There's so many of them.
How about 90s Nickelodeon there? Like your Hey Arnold, Our Real Monsters, Are You Afraid of the Dark, stuff like that.
That's good for everyone else except me because they're cartoons.
Yeah, I didn't watch Nickelodeon in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm just grown ass adult.
Kyle's also suggesting a Father's Day one since it's near. What did you say it was?
June 17th is Father's Day, I think.
June 17th.
I think so. Let me find out. Hang on.
Well, it's usually the Sunday before my birthday. Hang on, let me get the calendar.
Well, in that case, we could.
June 19th. Sorry, 19th. Yeah.
So my birthday's Saturday the 18th, is it? Oh, my birthday's a Saturday. That's nice. I was hoping to actually be out there, though.
Hey, your birthday's the 18th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was seriously planning, hopefully, to be out there on my birthday. So I might have to do it from there.
You going to Florida on your birthday?
I at the moment I've got to have a fourth shot now and a second booster, so I have no idea what's going on yet. But my next plan of action is June, because my sister's going out to Broadway in June, not for fun, to work, and God help me, I'm gonna beat her out here.
You know what, guys? I'm going to make an executive decision here just because it's something interesting. I'm going to make Mrs. Vile's suggestion the one on April 17th because I just think that'll be fun.
Yep.
Animals in film, not TV shows. I'm just thinking limiting to just film.
Does that include dinosaurs, please?
It's an animal.
Might include dinosaurs. Even though we're animals, I just say it wouldn't include humans.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No humans allowed.
If you can spell it correctly.
All right.
So we got just the 26th now.
Yeah, it's not going to be a tournament because we're going to do May the 4th is going to be the special Star Wars tournament. So it'll just be a normal game.
Yeah.
I'm only going to do one tournament a quarter because 4 boards takes me like 2 days to make total.
Yeah. What about dystopian lore or dystopian movies?
Dystopian?
That was another one of Mrs. Vile's suggestions. And I don't want to give her a ego and make her think that I care all that much. So I'm going to get something thrown at me real quick.
How about classic time travel movies?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I like that one.
Like the original.
Or even H.G. Wells movies or H.G. Wells stuff.
You've got the original, the very first time travel movie, which is the Time Machine.
Time travel movies in general will work because we got Time Machine.
We got Doctor Who. We've got
Back to the Future. We have Time Cop.
We've also got 12 Monkeys. We got it's a huge subject. You can go nuts, Mike, and really sorry.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I think that's the fastest we've made a calendar.
Did you know June 26th is National Chocolate Pudding Day? June 26th is the National Chocolate Pudding Day.
Are you going to maybe stroke TV there because otherwise you're going to limit yourself?
Yeah.
Say that again?
Put stroke TV because otherwise you're limiting yourself because you've got like Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah. Well, you mean saying no TV? Or you want to include TV?
Movies stroke TV. It gives you a wider set
You mean time travel TV shows as well as time travel movies?
Yeah, I mean, you got Tomorrow's World, you got, my God, there's so many. In fact, I got a frigging list because I did a show on time travel movies and television. I've got a list somewhere of them all.
I gotta ask you, Yvette, is this little mark right here next to the cursor, was that what you were trying to say?
What? Yes.
What is that right there? What is it called in your part of the world?
Oblique.
Then why were you saying stroke?
Because you guys don't know what oblique is.
You mean a backslash?
Oh, fine, backslash then.
Because I'm like, stroke TV. I'm like, what? Are you having a stroke?
Daily, darling, daily.
No, I'm actually.
I try not to stroke things on my live streams.
Oh wow!
Yvette, I'm actually looking at a list of time travel TV shows besides Timeless, Quantum Leap, Flash, Future Man, 12 Monkeys, Terra Nova. Yeah, there's some Primeval.
I actually listed every time travel movie and every time travel movie, and I've got them somewhere. I'm going to find them and I'll send them to you, Mike, on email.
Heroes.
You guys want to hear something funny here? I just got a text from myself, like literally from my own phone number, saying that I have a bill that's paid for March. Thanks, here's a little gift for you with a link. Apparently, I sent myself a gift, I guess.
Aw.
My beautiful.
Stream. Here we
Hell,
go.
I got a call from a number that recognizes a sushi restaurant that they're saying they're from Customs Immigration. There's a package I need to pay some forwarding thing. I'm like, really? I did a quick little reverse search. Like, this is the phone number for a sushi restaurant.
Well, on one of my social medias there, I had a catfish there trying to get me to come over there, and they're using the address of someone I know very well. So I was just fucking with them the whole time.
I can't find them at the moment, but I will find them, Mike, and I'll email them to you because it's literally every single one. So you don't even have to look at. Well, you won't have to find them. You just don't need to look them up.
All right, that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. We did a whole show on it, listing from the earliest to the newest. It was great. It was a great show. It was really
well.
popular.
Animals wouldn't be too hard because you got like.
Yeah, I think it would just be one that anyone could play. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Questions that we normally wouldn't get.
Yeah. Make sure you got one in there about a cat licking dandelion because that will freak her out.
No. Actually, guys, there's a lot of animals. You have, like, for instance, Arachnophobia, Marmaduke, Johnson Checks In, Jaws, Black Stallion, Lassie. There's a lot of movies with animals in it.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Yes.
You know, yeah. Because I'm
Nathan Lane,
dinosaurs. I love
Also,
my dinosaurs.
think about it this way: I could also include cartoon animals.
Oh.
Nah, animals in movies.
Cartoons itself would be a good category, like Roadrunner cartoons and
if you make it a category, I can avoid it.
So they're just like a separate game about Ren and Stimpy or Bugs Bunny or something.
But Ren, I don't want to be happy.
And I don't watch cartoons, so good luck with that one.
I tried to watch that Peacemaker show. Way overrated.
What? I enjoyed it.
It's comically stupid. That's the whole point of it.
It's not my thing. Keep the camera steady. I hate it when they move the camera that much.
You didn't like Eagly?
Eagly is a one-joke thing that after about 5 minutes of liking Eagly, I got bored with Eagly. So there you go.
Then check out my Eagly video on my channel, man.
Excuse me.
I added subtitles to what Eagly is saying.
Yeah, that was pretty good there, Riley.
Wild Mike, I've never seen what you look like before.
Really? I've done this whole setup several times. Where I pretend to be going into my own ship on the live streams.
I don't get out much, so I didn't know.
I usually use this joke as when I'm in Mexico visiting Mrs. Vile. That I'm, because I'm away from my home, that's why I'm pretending to call into my own ship. That's a joke.
Oh, I've been loving those. Mike, I meant to ask you because you didn't actually mention it in the long Halloween.
Thank you, Ben. What about it?
You do know who played the voice of Batman, don't you?
Jensen?
I mentioned it in the first part one.
Jensen?
Yeah, Jensen. And he's been signed up for the second one. Excuse me.
That's my Tribble. What do you think of my Tribble?
Well, actually, speaking of the long Halloween, me and Mrs. Vile watched the new Batman movie on Friday night. And the entire time I'm like, really, they could not stay away from the long Halloween, could they? Because both The Dark Knight and Batman basically took elements of the long Halloween in their storylines. They just replaced, what's his name, Holiday with Riddler in Batman, and they replaced Holiday with Joker in The Dark Knight.
So the Joker was supposed to be Calendar Man?
No, the Joker was supposed to be Holiday.
No, the deleted scene.
What do you think of my Tribble?
I don't know.
If you see the deleted scene, I know what you're talking about. It's like Joker becomes Calendar Man for the long Halloween.
Yeah.
Apologies.
It was not really, I wouldn't say Calendar Man for that one.
So, did anyone notice I've changed my name to my nickname?
Yevy?
Well, nobody knows how to pronounce that either.
No, I noticed
V.
it. I just didn't say nothing.
Is it pronounced V?
No,
It's
Evie.
Yevy.
Evie.
I was
Oh,
gonna
Evie.
say- I was gonna say
Evie.
Yevy or Yevy.
Yeah, it's
So
Evie.
so
Is it
LDG
named
is
after the girl from that
LDG is
movie?
Wally.
Question: if you're Eevee, if we get you stoned, will you evolve into a Jolteon?
No idea what you're talking about.
Is it named after a V for Vendetta character?
No, she's just waiting for LDG to change his name to Wally.
Well, what? Why? This is my genuine. Evie is my genuine. It's the short version of Yvette. Is Evie. Because
Is the short version of it supposed to have fewer syllables?
I know it's supposed to have pure syllables,
Supposed
but
to.
Evie flows off the tongue better than Yvette. Just Evie. I thought it might be easier once I've trained everyone.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'm going back to Yvette.
Well, Yvette, just so you know how well that works on me,
Yeah.
my buddy Dan has been Celeste for about 8 years now, and I still call him Dan. I still
Right.
refer to him as him, even though he's a she now.
Okay.
8 years, and I still can't get that out of my head.
You know what, Mike? I get called all sorts of things, and I really don't care. You call me what you like. It's no biggie. I just thought Evie might be nice. It's a little more informal.
Well, we'll see what happens. But I'm stupid when it comes to that kind of stuff.
somebody tries
Thank
to
you,
insult me, I-
Resolute. It's perfectly easy to pronounce Evie. I can always count on Resolute to back me up, thankfully.
I still pronounce it Yvette.
I know, darling. I don't mind.
So does
Mike.
will admit, I tried to say it the other way. It just
Doesn't
it's
come out.
very difficult for
Yeah.
me.
Mike does it as well. You're not the only one. But Evie's different. Does that help for you, Evie? Or you just don't see me as... It's not me, is it, for you? No, it's Yvette, and that's that. It's fine.
Nah,
It's fine,
okay,
darling.
Look, I understand if I say it slowly. Yvette, I get, but every time I look at it and anytime I think of it, it just Yvette just it just
fine.
comes off my tongue.
So we're not playing today, are we?
No.
No, we're making the
Why
calendar.
not? Come on, just pull out a
Because I'm
board.
taking the calendar today.
What? Yeah, who cares? But it's the calendar. Let's play a game. Let's do the calendar and play a game real quick.
This is the fastest we made a calendar.
Board's ready.
Oh, you can come up with something fast.
There we go. Evie.
You're telling me I'm a fucking Pokemon?
Gotta catch them all.
Is
Hey,
there...
my son
you telling-
loves
Evie
that.
has been
Loves that
around
shit.
since before Pokemon was born. I can tell you that because Pokemon wasn't around when I was born. So
I understand that. Pokemon came out in what, 80 or 95,
Yeah.
96-ish?
my nephew was collecting all the cards. I spent a frigging fortune on eBay getting all the rare ones for him. And when he finally got all of them, he took it in to school. Some kid hit him really hard and nicked it. So I then had to go into his school, and the bully that stole it, because there was a lot of money in there, and I said don't take it to school, but you know what kids are like. And I had to I didn't hit him. I just immobilized him a little painfully and then got the teacher. Yeah. Then I threatened to press charges to the parents, and which is rare. And the parents shat themselves, and lo and behold, not only did he get the very expensive one that he is now not allowed to touch, well, actually he's now a grown-ass adult, he got the kids who nicked it, his collection, as punishment to the kid.
Don't fuck with the scientists, people. That's your lesson here. Okay.
Well, no, it was my nephew's fault because I specifically said don't take it to school. There are cards in there that I paid £200 for.
Yeah.
The really rare ones. And we're talking way back in the day. God knows what they were worth even later on. So
One recent
I
joke
do
was every
have
2000.
some knowledge of Pokemon, but the only one I know is Pikachu, Charman, and what's that plant thing that looks like it's going to explode? I can never remember that one.
I know.
I don't know.
I know Squirtle,
Yeah.
Bulbasaur.
Oh,
Bulbasaur.
Squirtle. I know. Oh, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. So yeah,
Charizard.
but I never watched the cartoons, obviously. But
Yvette, there's an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond
Mr.
where
Martin.
the main character is trying to get a specific card for his daughter or his son. I think it was his daughter, and the kid just wanted the card because it was her favorite character. But the card was apparently worth like a whole bunch of money, so he buys the card, gives it to her, and the first thing she does is fold it in half and put it in her pocket. And that one hit hard for me because Caddy did the same thing with the Pokemon card that I spent like $40 on for her.
Yeah. You see, I made him get. Well, no, I bought him the actual Pokemon folder, so you could put them all in order as they change. You know, there was Pikachu,
Evolve.
then there was Raichu, and then there was the new one.
I thought it was Raichu.
Right, I can't remember, but I remember spending a lot of time with him. You know, aunt. I also taught him mathematics before he went to school, and he now has a fantastic job, a very fantastic job. He got into computers though.
Oh, I thought he was a stripper.
No, not Jack. No. I also taught him some illegal karate moves to protect himself because he was a little thing. And
I'll be right.
I got a phone call from his dad one day, and I'm like, "Yo, how you doing?" He went, "What the effing hell have you taught my son?" I'm like, "Oh, what have I done now?" I said, "What are we talking about here?" He went, "He flipped me over and nearly dislocated my shoulder." I went, "Yes."
He learns.
And I went, "You're a grown-ass adult. You couldn't take your 6-year-old son." He went, "What the hell did you teach him to do?" I said, "I taught him to defend himself without throwing a punch." And to this day, when I speak to him, even when I speak to my nephew, who is a grown-ass adult now, he still fucking laughs his ass off about it. His father's still grumpy about it, but, you know, because the fact that a 6-year-old had flipped him and nearly dislocated his shoulder. So, woo.
Did you pick up the one who sings and everyone? Well, one of them.
Sorry, Mrs. Vile was trying to make a joke to me. Or compare herself to a certain Pokemon as well.
Oh. Well, Mike, I'm going to drop out because I've got a couple of things I've got to finish at work. I'm glad we got this. We did super quick.
Bang out that calendar quick.
I know. Really
I believe that is a record.
I reserved 2 hours to make the calendar. We do it in 30 minutes.
27 minutes, dude. I watched the clock.
Well, you gave me time to think about it, so I had quite a few ideas. I'm not saying I picked a load. I just said I had some ideas in my head at least. Hey, Grandpa, nice to see you.
Just real quick, I'm just going a quick timeout here. I'm going to go. I have about 2 hours till my History of Film stream starts. My daughter and grandson are here, so I'm going to spend time with them. By the way, it's all over now. My grandson is crawling.
Oh, he's crawling already. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. He was in my den earlier, and I was watching him, and I watched him crawl into the bathroom, crawl out of the bathroom, crawl into the bedroom, crawl out of the bedroom, and then go into the classroom area before my son picked him up. And I was like, he crawled out of the room, and my wife was like, "You were supposed to be watching him." I'm like, "I was watching him. I was watching him do it."
You do know, though, now you've got a load of work to do again because you have to either have to lock him out of your room or baby-proof that room, because the minute he starts standing up, He'll be poking his fingers and pulling things open.
Yeah, we're grabbing everything.
I've had 3 kids. I know all this stuff.
All right. I just thought
All
I'd
right,
remind
y'all
you,
have a
it's been
blessed
a
one. I'll-
while. It has been a while, you know, since you've
my
had a
youngest is
toddler
11.
poking things.
That is true, but he's not a toddler just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But you may as well stop proofing everything now.
Yeah. Just wait till they start breaking the glasses.
Oh,
No.
grabbing your face, yeah.
Oh,
Resolute. Resolute.
I'll tell
Time
you
to
the
get a
funny-
baby
I'll tell you-
cage.
Now, I'll tell you this. A funny story we had to do with my son was I had to literally take shoelaces, tie them around the chairs in our house at the dinner table because he would just knock them over constantly. And I had to finally put those there so they wouldn't constantly get knocked over.
Oy.
And we had them there for a while. I had to leave them just loose enough to where you could pull
Pull
the
it
chair
out.
out, but tight enough to where they couldn't fall over.
Yeah.
That was a lot of shoelaces.
Yeah, I bet.
All right,
You know,
y'all have
it'd be
a blessed
easier
one.
just to get some, what those plastic ties called?
Zip ties.
I don't know.
Zip
They
ties.
lock. They lock when you pull
They're
them.
called zip ties.
Yeah, we call them
Zip
zip ties
ties.
here in the States.
Right, zip ties.
If
I don't think they're
you-
called that here. Just zip tie the baby to the chair. It's easier.
Yep.
I am not zip tying my grandson.
And if you zip tie him to a chair, don't forget to waterboard him too.
Exactly.
Okay,
Oh, God.
okay. Let me go grab him real quick so you can see.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him for a while.
Hey, you're gonna do a category on the band Rush for Jeopardy.
What?
Who?
Well, don't have what? Okay, hold on.
What?
This is the calendar we came up with. So hold on, let me get it back up.
Yeah, I was probably away when you finished it.
All right, so this is the calendar. Where would we put Rush?
After June.
That's next quarter.
June. That's the next quarter, yeah.
Next quarter, okay. Well, suggest it,
What happened
or
to G.I.
you
Joe
can
and
do what the event
Transformers?
does and become a patron. That way, you can make sure that that board gets made for you.
Yeah.
Why is there a Sunday missing in June?
What happened to the rest of April?
Sunday missing in June.
No, it's
What
every
happened to
other
most of April?
Sunday, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Duh. Every 2 weeks. Duh.
Jesus, Elihu.
I've
He's
only,
working
had,
today.
I've only had 4 cups of coffee. I'm not smoking anything except tobacco.
That's the problem then.
That's a cute baby. That's a cute baby.
Oh, bring him up, Mike, so I can see him. If you can.
You might want to bigify Jesse, dude. Thank you.
Oh, look at
What a
him.
beautiful
My
baby.
God. He's grown.
Look at that baby.
Wow, he's got dude.
Grown.
He's got more hair than you.
He's grown so much, Grandpa. Oh my God, he's adorable. Look at that. Oh, look at him.
No. No, I don't want to be a grandpa.
Mm. Oh, he's gorgeous,
why are there only-
Grandpa.
2 weeks and 2 months. Having 2 Jeopardies.
Look at those beautiful blue eyes. I wonder what color they'll change.
Yes, he got his mom's eyes.
Mm.
He's got this olive skin and his mom's blue eyes.
Probably a light green.
When he gets older.
I'll be right back. I need to teach Geologia, guys.
Okay.
I got Geologia. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, thanks for showing him to me, Grandpa. My
All right, Freddie.
God, he's grown.
Yeah. I can't believe he's going to be a year old in May.
Wow.
All right, buddy. You want to go back to see your auntie and Nana and Mommy? All right. Let's go back. All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed one.
Later,
Yeah,
Andy.
you too, darling.
Say bye. Say bye, baby geek. You're going to be a geek if you're going to have me as your grandfather.
Oh,
You're going to
yeah.
be a geek.
So why is there only 2 weeks in April and 2 weeks in June?
Because
Because
it's
I do
every
it
other
I
weekend.
do it every other Sunday, and those are the ones that show up every other.
Why every other Sunday? I don't get it.
Because I don't have enough subscribers to warrant splitting this off from the CNA stream into its own stream yet. Even though I've been doing it for over a year.
We'll get there.
I said if I got to 1,000 subscribers, I would switch. I would spin off JeopNerdy into its own weekly stream.
I'll get you 1,000 subscribers. If Salty can get 10,000 subscribers, and you can get 1,000.
Well, I've literally been at around 175 for the last 9 months.
Hey,
I gain a couple, I lose a couple, but I've been around 175 for months.
hey, Vile. I'll look for
Vile,
some
you're
nerd
at
group.
274. What are you on about?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was off by 100 then. So 275 is what I've been around for a while.
Hey, Vile there. I'll look on Facebook because I've been being a good boy here, not getting thrown in Facebook jail. Here, I'm gonna try to find some nerd groups, and then if you can make the thumbnail like a day or so early, I can be able to share them to those Facebook groups.
Oh, that's what I try to do. I'm part of some nerd groups on Facebook too.
So May has a lot of Jeopardy. So you're doing 4 weeks. You're doing all
Okay.
4 weeks of Jeopardy in May,
Yeah.
right?
Well, there's I know it says May the 1st right here. Sorry.
That's the 4th.
But that's because that's the closest one to May the 4th. And I'm going to do the second annual Star Wars tournament on May the 4th for Star Wars Day.
It's a 5-week month, so it crosses over. Every now and again, you get 3 in 1 month.
Yeah. Especially if one of the days starts on the 1st.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I've been doing that with Indy and for Moonjumper and for I did that for Indy, Moonjumper, and I can't remember the third person. I started doing that for like people who have Star Trek videos, sharing it to Star Trek groups.
To defend myself a little bit to Germ, remember, I don't have someone else making my boards for me like Anti-Trekker does.
You
I
do
make my own
you
board.
do have a Doctor Who one I did for you.
Well, you helped out with that one, but I already started the board long before you.
You didn't even use any of mine. You said you were going to hang on to it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I make my own boards, unlike having John DeMarco make them for me.
Hey, wait a second. She helped you with Doctor Who, and she somehow won that with
you
11,000
didn't
points. And she won that with 11,000 points.
Jordan.
Yeah, I did not use.
One, I didn't win the Doctor Who. 2,
Yeah, you did. You won it with the 11,000.
No,
Oh,
that was Supernatural.
Oh, that was Supernatural. Okay, never mind.
No, I came second. I think Deej beat me.
Now,
Which
my
is
friend
rightly
Edie
so.
did help me out with the Doctor Who one, but that's about it.
But I mean, the thing is, I don't have to play the next Doctor Who one. As a patron, I'm offering my services. So, if you want to do that,
Well, we can
or
see
you
about
want
that
me on
next
there, just
quarter.
making. You want me on there,
We can do that next quarter if you want.
Yeah, happy to do it, Mike, for you.
If we do it that way, then Yvette, how about you make the boards entirely, and I'll play. You can host.
Yeah. All right. All right. Email me. If I can make the boards, you'll have to make the boards. I'm sorry. I'm not, because if we're doing it on your stream, I mean, if you send me the software to do it, I can do it. That's fine.
I can send you. It's an online program called Jeopardy Labs.
All right.
I just paid for it so I could make everything I want.
No worries. All right. Yeah.
Exactly, Germ. That's what I'm saying. And the boards that John DeMarco makes, as fun as they are, tend to have a set theme for each category each time, so they're a lot easier to make. Mine, I come up with on the fly as I'm making them because, some weeks I'll have, pictures. Sometimes I'll have, I try to spice it up and instead of having the same thing every week. To me, if you do it the same thing every week, no one's going to want to watch.
Yeah, it gets boring. And although I really, really hate Mike for most of his questions, he does come up with some unique ones. Not that I approve at all. But there you go.
Hey, Yvette, I forgot that happened 17 years ago today?
Really? No idea. It's someone's birthday, isn't it?
No, Eccleston made his appearance as the Doctor.
Oh my God! Is it really?
Yep,
God,
17 years ago on this date.
Fuck, I'm old.
Wow, that makes me feel old too. I think I was in high school when that came out.
I hate you.
Well, Yvette, I don't even think I was born. No, wait, 17 years ago?
Jesus, Jordan, does anyone else want to rub it in that I'm an old fart? You know, my first doctor was John Pertwee. All right, that's how old I am.
Wait, you said it was 17 years ago?
Yes. Sorry, I was watching
something. That means I was in college when it came out.
You're not older than me, Yvette.
So John Pertwee was my doctor that I started with, but obviously it was nearer the end of his run, and Tom Baker took over, and yeah. I know it's the popular choice, but he is the best. So, and I watched them live on BBC, so...
Who's typing?
I am.
Me.
I'm posting a link in the public chat. In case somebody has Twatter, you guys can see what Seth MacFarlane just posted.
Yeah, I was looking at it. The picture of the Orville?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was cool. Very cool. I just saw he was like walking up the steps.
I'm like, thank you, Seth.
Right, Mike, I'm going to jump off because I've got a couple of things I want to finish. Well, guys. Thanks for having me and listening to me and just generally putting up with me as normal. And have a great rest of Sunday. And yay, we're into another week, guys.
I have a full charge on my scooter. It's going to be mostly cloudy and nice today. Yay!
All right, Jordan, my little gorilla. Have a good week.
Yeah, we'll see
and Mercer, I will see you on the next JeopNerdy, I'm sure.
And let me know how the experiment goes, Yvette.
Somebody's got to remind me about Orville when that happens.
I'll remind you, Mercer. I'll remind you.
Not this week, Elihu. Not next week. Next week's all the dry runs.
Okay.
It's the week after. So 3 weeks' time.
Okay. Well, we got email, so hey, you don't Twitter, so.
When is Jeopardy again? Just so I can write it down.
April 3rd.
April 3rd. Is that next time?
No, it's 2 weeks from now, ain't it? Or is that next week?
That's
next
week.
That's next Sunday.
Hey, Mike.
Orville is next Sunday, which I know nothing about, so
you gotta watch
just be in the if I'm in the chat, if I'm available, because what? Thank you, Mercer. I'll remember that. I will make some remarks in the chat if I am about, but as I said, April. You might not see me at all on YouTube, literally. So I'm squeezing in what I can.
Are you Batman?
We'll miss you.
Am I Batman?
If I'm that's why you're Batman. You're living the double life.
If I'm anyone, I am a freaking Time Lord.
I thought you'd be Batman, being like too busy to be on YouTube.
No, Time Lord. Too busy to be on YouTube. Time Lord.
She's got no time for it.
Hey, wow, are you Batman?
No, I'm not Batman, darling. Sorry.
Hey, I just got.
Are you actually Batman?
Her TARDIS is disguised in a chameleon form as a giant Dalek.
You're right. You actually read my mind then, Elihu.
I just asked.
Occasionally it changes to Jensen Ackles.
Well, okay, yeah. I was not going there.
Yeah. Well, I just got asked if I had any tattoos there. I told the person there I had a cloaked bird of prey on my shoulder. They asked for a picture there, so I sent them a picture of my shoulder. They're like, I can't see nothing.
You said cloaked.
Yeah, cloaked.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Nice, John.
That's funny, man.
That's very good. I have 3 tattoos, actually. But you can't see them because I have to have them covered up in my work. So they're all in places that are covered up.
Hey, Yvette, we won't mind.
Well, Yvette, on one of my live streams, maybe you could just show her everybody. I'm sure that would make my viewership numbers increase.
All right. Well, I've only ever shown one on a Nerdgasm. I have to take my top off. It's on my back, and it's a giant dragon, coloured dragon, which I got when I was 26. There's one on the base of my spine. It's a Ouroboros, but it's a dragon Ouroboros. And of course, Ouroboros links with Red Dwarf. And then Ouroboros. And then finally, I've got the one on my hand, which there's a very funny story attached to that, which I will save. But it was inspired by The Mummy and Brendan Fraser. He had a tattoo of an Egyptian sign, but I didn't want to copy that, so I picked a unique symbol. Didn't think it meant anything. And in Manchester, Chinatown, we were eating, and let's just say it does mean something. And I'll tell you that story next time.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good day. Thanks for joining me.
You guys have fun. Always
Later,
good
Evie.
to be on here.
Yeah.
All
Later.
right. Much
Later.
love to everyone.
Have fun
Bye.
storming the castle.
Alrighty. Well, if anyone else wants to come up that's in the chat, links pinned so you can.
Yeah, we are done with the calendar. Go
Yeah.
figure.
Hey, Elihu, whatever happened to the What's Up with the Universe streams?
I'm going to be doing it Wednesday. I'm going to be posting a video, not a live stream.
Okay.
But if you don't do a live stream, I can't fuck with you.
You can fuck with the
I
chat
think
that's going to
that's
be playing.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the point there, Mike.
I got an appropriate avatar now on my camera.
Yeah.
Oh, Mercer. Okay.
Yeah. He's the best. He's the best captain of all of them.
I got the appropriate avatar.
I got to tell you, I didn't create the name Mercer Create is not based on the character Mercer.
Yeah, well, I have Kalon. I'm part of the Kalon pit crew.
It's my own. I gotta get all the Orville merchandise, and that's one of the only ones I have for Captain Mercer.
I love this icon. I forgot where I got it.
Oh, I love that. I just noticed it. That's all. Where'd you get that? That's pretty cool.
I forgot where I got it.
Oh, I know where it's from. It's probably from Tom's Twitter.
Yeah, it is Tom or JP. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I want to get this more into focus. This camera's supposed to be good, but it's not doing a good job.
Just zooming in on everybody's avatar for a second. Except mine, since I don't have my avatar up. There.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember who said it, but a couple of streams ago, someone's like, "Wow, Yitzy did a really good job. You look exactly like your avatar."
That's my avatar. My avatar is from the far side.
Yeah, I figured that was from the Far Side because it looked like one of the fat kids, just colorized in 3D.
Yeah, yeah, it's from the cover of the prehistory of the Far Side.
Yeah, but
Great book.
what's funniest about the Yitzy avatar he made for me? That literally is based on a photo I sent him of me with a bandana on, with a cigar in my mouth. So he just copied it almost identically. And
Yeah, I haven't seen you with the bandana for a long time.
Sorry?
I haven't seen you with the bandana on for a long time.
Well, I don't wear them all the time, but I even asked Mrs. Vile when we went to go see Batman. I specifically put on my Joker bandana because, Batman, Joker, come on.
My friend, we went to see it, and my friend had a Batman shirt that had like a hood with the little ears on the top. I was like, that's awesome, man. It's perfect that you wore that.
Nice.
I thought that movie was badass to me. I thought it was like a great movie. There are a few things I would change in the movie, like the whole thing with the van. I would put a clue that was going to happen earlier in the movie.
Sorry, I think the worst part about the movie was it just went on for way too long.
Oh, I love that. That's what I loved about the movie. I hate this idea. I'm not trying to get it under your skin, but I just hate the fact that things have to happen every 15 minutes, otherwise it's too slow, and scenes have to be abrupt. I like it when they gave the scenes a chance to breathe.
The whole final act did not need to be there.
Do you know what I liked
It
about
was the exact point of the movie.
Guys, do you know what's different than Do you know what's different from this Batman than all the other ones that have come out? This is the first time we did not see Martha and Mom and Dad get shot, okay? Thank you. We already know his origin story. We don't need to see it over and over again.
Elihu, have you seen my review of The Long Halloween?
No.
Okay, I literally do a montage of almost every single time Thomas and Martha Wayne are shot in Batman media.
Including Gotham, probably.
Yeah, every single new iteration of Batman, Martha and Thomas get shot. They didn't show him this one. Like, thank you.
I got to see if I have the video saved. So hold on. I will play the video because it is.
I just really enjoyed like the idea that yeah, dude, that he becomes a symbol. That's his little arc at the end. I thought the last act was pretty good. I do think they should have like foreshadowed the bands and the bombs at the end, and they could have connected the last act a little bit more to the rest of the movie. But I did like it.
You should check out new Rockstar's hidden details and Easter eggs of the Batman. He pointed out something that's very obviously that nobody really picked up on. The angle of the pictures, you can see it's from across the street. And the wide shots, you see somebody taking pictures in the top left of the corner of the screen. That's like for a second or so. That's the Riddler taking pictures. He's there the whole fucking time.
What scene are you talking about?
Okay, whenever you see the long shots of the club, the two people outside the club, you see on the top left corner somebody taking a picture out of a window.
Of the Iceberg Club?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see him, he's there the whole fucking time. It's like a 1.5 second shot of him up there.
Kind of like in Seven, how you have the photographer showing up at the scene and it's the killer. You know what I'm talking about?
I said you were.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear over the show. You just have to watch it loud.
Do you remember that in Seven? This is really based on where the killer shows up early and takes pictures of Brad Pitt's character.
I can't hear you, sorry. The volume of the video is loud. How many times do we have to see this in the new iteration of Batman? Come on!
Hey, Lyle, did you put the Joker scene in this as well? Or Joker?
No.
Oh.
What about Gotham? That's Gotham, right? Right there.
Always be here to protect you.
Oh, that's where she becomes a Joker. I remember that one.
I really hate
We done!
That is a montage that I had made of every single time the Waynes have been killed for my
Except
Long
for
Halloween.
the Joker.
What?
Except for the Joker movie.
What do you mean the Joker movie?
Did you see the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix?
They didn't die in that one, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I don't know if I included that one then. So even then, I'm still missing one.
What about Gotham? I don't remember if you put that one in.
Gotham
I
was in
didn't
there.
see it. I didn't see it.
It was in there, trust me.
Oh, okay.
Gotham was in there. Batman 1989 was in there. Not Batman Returns did not include one because there wasn't one to include. Batman Forever, Batman and Robin did not include one. Even like the old Super Friends cartoon, there was one in there from there. That was the first one. Batman the Animated Series, Batman or Justice League, Batman, and then a bunch of the video games as well, and some of the animated movies.
Yeah. You know, Mike, last time someone told me to trust him, I ended up having to pay child support.
Did you know that the guy that plays Ed Cart in the original Batman movie was Porkins in Star Wars?
I did not know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was also one of the CIA agents in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, Top Men, that guy, that's him.
I
Yeah.
got the mustache.
But Ed Cart, you know, was brilliant. I thought he was brilliant as Ed Cart.
Well,
Think about the future,
Eckhart
Jack.
didn't really have that much of a role, and he dies before even Joker gets on screen. So who
Yeah,
cares?
but he's still so awesome. And Porkins is great, man. Porkins is a fantastic role.
Oh yeah, Porkins, his most famous line: "Stay on target, stay on target. They're coming from behind."
I love that movie. That movie is still the best Star Wars movie.
That would be a mean Star Wars question to add to the JeopNerdy. Like, I'm gonna put quotes in from everyone who was in A New Hope during that fighter scene, and you have to tell me who says what.
That would be great.
Hey, that'd be a fun category.
That whole battle might be the best action scene ever put to film.
All right, you guys do me a favor and talk amongst yourselves. I gotta use the restroom real quick.
You Deloja?
Talk to ourselves or amongst ourselves? Because I talk to myself all the time. I just don't like the responses. It is okay to talk to yourself just as long as you do not involve a third party, okay? So what you guys been up to?
I've been getting my channel up and going there. I think I'm instead of doing reviews on the 100, I'm gonna start doing like a watch party maybe. Okay, I'm gonna start hosting a watch party on Saturdays. Like last Friday though, we watched Atomic Twister there, and man, Salty did not like that one at all. He said it's the worst movie ever, and considering we were just watching the Leprechaun movies for
Leprechaun in the Hood is the worst one, part 4, okay?
The worst movie
what
ever
about
made,
Back to the Hood?
the worst movie
no.
ever made. The worst movie ever made is called The Last Jedi.
Well, Star Wars, the worst Star Wars movie, yeah.
No, the worst movie ever made is The Last Jedi.
Oh, I can think of worse movies than that.
No, I can't.
Ghostbusters 2016.
That's better than The Last Jedi, man. That's better.
Hey.
The terrible one is better than The Last Jedi.
Looks like I'll have to introduce Mercer to the erotic misadventures of the Invisible Man.
Still better than-
And the only reason I watched that movie was because I was looking for the Invisible Man, and that popped up right next to the Invisible Man. I was like, with a title like that, I have to check it out.
By the way,
You just got it for Jerry
speaking
King,
of
didn't
Invisible
you?
Man- Speaking
For
of
what?
Invisible Man, I happen to love the Chevy Chase Invisible Man movie that John Carpenter directed. I think that movie is badass.
You know, it's funny. I actually liked that movie too until I learned how much everyone hates Chevy Chase because apparently everyone thinks he's a dick.
Yeah, well, the point is, I don't care what people think. I just know that I like the movie.
Everything's changed. What's his dick
there
and
was
an
an
asshole? He
interview with,
is.
what's her
Well, I
name?
like him as an actor.
Who's the chick who played his love interest? Was it Kim
Daryl
Basinger?
Hannah.
Daryl Hannah. Okay. I just remember watching an interview that she did with that, and apparently he would scream at her anytime that she flubbed a line or something, and I was like, no, you do not yell at someone like that just because they flubbed a line, you asshole.
All I know is I like the movie. That's all I care about. I think it's an underrated movie.
It's just that sometimes you hear things about certain actors and you just can't.
There are so many actors that I would hate if I knew all the stories. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, every actor has something about them that makes them a total jerk. It might be different for everyone, but for example, you know, if I read all of McFarlane's tweets about politics, I'd probably not watch The Orville anymore. But I love The Orville regardless, so I don't care. You know, I just don't get into all that stuff. I mean, if somebody's really an asshole and that's all I think about, then I'm not going to watch it. Like
Kevin
Adam
Sorbo.
Sandler. I heard he's actually really cool. I just don't like him.
Sorbo's one of those guys, like Elijah said, that I can't watch anything that he was in now because he's just ruined it for me.
Who?
Kevin
Kevin
Sorbo.
Sorbo. I can't
Oh,
watch the old Hercules or Andromeda anymore because of him.
Why? What'd he do?
He's basically become a right-wing fundamentalist, and he's like anti-gay, anti-everything. I mean, he's basically become a giant bigot, and it's really sad.
Oh.
I mean, he's like gone as far as retweeting people who like he hasn't retweeted those specific tweets, but you know that like, occasionally you'll have someone on Twitter that say all gays must be killed. He'll retweet other tweets of that same guy, and it's kind of sad.
Okay.
Yeah, he recently deleted a post about this one congressman who said that all people who support trans should be lined up and shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with him. I'm like, okay, shoot me. But Kevin supposedly deleted that retweet.
I don't know if he did or not, but I don't follow him. But occasionally, when I see someone else that has posted something, I'll insult him too, just because.
Yeah.
Insulting Kevin Sorbo is basically like shooting fish in a barrel. But sometimes shooting fish in a barrel is fun.
Mythbusters proved it's hard to shoot a fish in a barrel.
Okay, I'm talking about the metaphor, not the actual fact.
I know what you're talking about. It's like bobbing for pumpkins in a coffee cup. Easy to get.
So you pick up a pumpkin with your teeth there, Elihu?
I can. Give me the stem.
Well, also, pumpkins aren't uniformly one size. They have small pumpkins.
Yes.
It's beautiful, sexy, wonderful, light of my life. Can I get some more coffee?
He's just too lazy to get up and get it himself.
That's exactly it. And she knows it.
Wait until my endless life.
Unfortunately, she's playing a game on her tablet. She's like, no, not right now.
No! Get your own damn coffee!
I'm too comfortable.
All right. I might as well go get my own coffee, so I will be right back.
Okay, what can we say to get Mike's channel banned here?
No, hold on. I'm going, because I have it like this right now, I am wheeling.
Oh, he muted himself. Okay, now we can talk. Is anybody a member of the Anti-Spherical Planetary Society?
The what?
The Anti-Spherical Planetary Society?
What the hell is that?
Anti-Spherical Planetary Society.
Oh, flat earther.
Dude, I saw this one tweet where it was like the Flat Earth Society said, we have such and such number of members scattered throughout the globe.
Around the world, around the globe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, that is hilarious.
That's the purpose tweet there.
Yeah, we have members around the globe.
You know, I'm sorry to Darren, but dude, Flat Earth is just ridiculous.
Nobody's ever actually taken a picture of the edge. I'm like, okay, go ahead. Show me a picture of the edge and I'll give you all the money the rest of my life.
Hey, if the Earth is really flat, where's the cat pushing the stuff off the edge?
Yeah, Mars is round, Venus is round, Earth's flat.
Oh, did you ever
Jupiter
see
round.
Did you ever see the meme of there's a picture of the solar system and it had all the planets in the sphere that had a flat Earth and the Earth's going, well, this is awkward.
Or the total lunar eclipse with a line across the moon.
You see the cat on the screen? That cat is going to be the one pushing everything over the side.
Oh, my cat's a freaking dick here because I had a pop-up here on my desk. My cat hopped up on the desk, was looking me straight in the eyes, and just batted it off the edge, and then he took off running and got into a spot I couldn't reach him without tearing the bed apart.
It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do now, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Darius.
But he did that whole thing while staring me right in the eye.
That's a cat for you. You know, Darius, when you want to come over on the panel, you gotta wait till Mike gets back and get him coffee. Mrs. Vile was too comfortable to get to move, so he had to get up off his own lazy ass and get it himself. Oh, he didn't have a coffee pot close to him. I just got another cup.
Ugh.
That's laziness for you.
Oh, shit.
I just want to know when Seth is going to drop an official trailer.
That'd be a Mercer question. If Mercer's still here.
What's the question?
Just wondering when Seth is going to actually drop an actual trailer.
Oh yeah, well, it's not up to him. I mean, you're acting like it's up to Hulu to drop it, and it should be soon. But it's up to them.
Yeah, it's usually 30 days before the premiere episodes.
Yeah, so we still got time, but I think they should drop it soon. I mean, they're already dropping trailers for other shows that start after this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to them, though. It's not up to Seth.
I'm sure he's got the footage for it already.
All right, I'm back.
I'm front.
I do want to see characters. I don't. Seeing space battles is cool, but I want to see characters.
Gotcha, dude. Somebody's typing heavy, and that's not me this time.
Somebody's
Yeah,
trying to insult
my
me on
keyboard's
Facebook.
pretty silent, so.
Oh, that's how we know you're cheating. Okay, gotcha. When he's silent, he's typing. He's asking Jeeves.
Who's asked Jeeves?
Ah, son of a... I just spilled
Let me see if I
coffee
can get a good picture of this.
on camera.
You never asked Jeeves a question? Oh, I forgot. You're not old enough.
I've asked
I
Google.
remember Jeeves. How come this won't focus? Damn it.
Yeah, if you never asked Jeeves something, you are really young.
I'm only 30.
I can honestly say I used to ask Jeeves stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I think, wasn't Ask bought by Yahoo at one point?
I forgot. It's now AskJeeves.net. And the icon has totally changed. Damn, I've been on the site for years.
Well, because remember, it was originally Ask.com.
Yeah.
There used to be a website called the Sith Sense. It's no longer up. And what it was is like you're on Mustafar, Darth Vader is there, and it's like you have to ask him, you have to think of something, and he'll guess what it is. It was really cool. Like he'll ask you questions, like is it an animal, vegetable, or mineral, and then you say yes or no or whatever, and then eventually within 20 questions he'll guess what it is by using the Force.
That's all algorithm right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I found
It's
an
kind
old
of like-
Ask Jeeves commercial. Television commercial.
It's kind of like those people that go, think of a number 1 through this, now think of this, and now think of this, now think of an animal. Is your animal this? And it's like a 1 out of 3 chance or whatever. Well, either they're right or not.
Hey, Mike, there's a commercial you can play.
Unless it'll get me in trouble. Let's see.
I want to say, without going on to a huge tangent, people are talking a lot about, I don't really like the new Picard series. I'm not defending it. But one thing people are talking a lot about is like the fact that this episode doesn't reconcile with yesterday's Enterprise and whatnot. The one thing I want to say about that is that while Star Trek is a continuing story with continuing characters, it's still mainly in a lot of basic ways an anthology series, which is why it's the only one of the only shows that you can have different kinds of time travel logic on it. Meaning, like with Terminator, there's only one type of time travel. You know what I mean? But with Star Trek, they could do a time travel story and then 20 episodes later do a different story with a different kind of time travel logic. So you can't really make sense if you try to reconcile the time travel together, because like one episode they might appear in a different time, and the other one they might actually deliberately travel to a different time, and another episode they might have like multiple times or whatever, you know. So like trying to reconcile all the episodes that have time travel together, you're just going to end up not making any sense. So
Dude,
it's treated
dude,
like an anthology show with regards to time travel, because it gives each writer that's working on these shows a chance to say, like, what if we tried this kind of time travel as opposed to this? And because there's enough episodes usually between them, it doesn't really matter. But a lot of people are trying to reconcile the new episodes with like Time Zero, and then with Star Trek 4, and then with Past Tense, and then with like parallels. And when you do that with Star Trek, it doesn't really work, because while Star Trek is lightly serialized, it's really an anthology when it comes to those kind of weird things.
let me tell you this. When they went back in time, it was a different type of federation, so yes, the Enterprise didn't happen. That's why Garner didn't recognize Picard when he went to her. But for some reason, somebody went back in time to save the whales, because when 7 and 9 told the guy to turn on the radio, he immediately grabbed his neck, which means, hey, wait, somebody tell me this, yeah. Which means somebody actually went back in time and saved Earth from the whales, because otherwise Picard wouldn't be alive.
That's my point, is that you can't really, if you take all the time travel stories that have been done and try to make it into one unit, it's not really going to hold up. You got to try to kind of treat like those moments like the punk being more like nods and winks and Easter eggs rather than serious continuity, because with time travel, you're not going to make it all make sense. Even using only one method of time travel logic, it's still not going to make sense, let alone the fact that Star Trek has tried every single time travel logic. You know what I'm saying? Like the grandfather paradox, the predestination paradox.
Mm-hmm.
It's tried all the different methods of time travel throughout the course of, like, if you take an average of 2 time travel episodes a season, with 24 episodes in a season, each writer has their own take on what time travel is. So they tried all of the methods.
Every single Star Trek series had time travel in it.
Yeah. So if you try to put them all on a timeline, it's never going to make sense, because it's just everybody. It's not like Terminator, where time travel is the core of the franchise, and you have to try to make it work out as much as you can. Even Terminator doesn't make any sense. Like
They did try to make the time travel thing part of the Enterprise timeline because of the temporal war.
And I like Enterprise, but that was ridiculous. So it's important to, like, for the fans, I'm saying, is to like relax a little bit on the time travel. You can tell the difference between a homage and an Easter egg and like actual serious mechanics.
Bye, Mike. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I was trying to do something else. I was trying to play the damn video, but it wouldn't play. At least the way I wanted it to.
Oh, and your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, what video?
The Ask Jeeves commercial, but it's not doing what I want it to do. So now I gotta try to stop it. If you're all quiet, you can probably hear it in the background.
Hey, do you have a banana?
No bananas. I'm afraid of them, man.
We need no longer fear the banana.
I'm scared.
We need no longer fear the banana. What about salads? You know what I loved? I was watching the second episode the other day when they're in that prison that looks like their apartment. I just loved their chemistry as they're just talking about. They're talking about this one time they went to a show with a couple that they hated. My ass off for that.
I thought they were your friends.
Like she had this big bump on her head the size of like whatever. And then at the end of the conversation, she's like, "You want the bed or the couch?" And he's like, "I'm so drunk, I can't stand. I couldn't sleep at that altitude." And I just love the conversations. Just the fact that when Kelly laughs, she laughs too loud, and I think that's so human. Like every time she laughs, it's like out of place. Like when she started laughing about that event with the show, I just think it's so great. Just like these characters. That's why I love the show. It's like the characters are so brilliant.
I don't disagree. I think the writing is really top notch.
Yeah, it's
But
just
the only thing I think is funny about it is Orville seems to get away with things that quote unquote new Trek can't. I mean,
because New Trek has a pretentious attitude about
okay,
everything
when
it
Orville
does.
does it, but when everyone else does it, it's wrong,
Yeah.
and I don't
But
understand
here's
that
the thing.
mentality.
New Trek seems to come out of the gate thinking it's the best. It's like sent from the gods. It's like the best thing ever. Like you have to like it. Whereas Orville is kind of like, if you don't like it, that's all right. You just go along with it. Like that's the whole thing. Is that the attitude of the new shows?
Well, I would chalk that up to the budget.
So,
I mean,
well,
what I mean by that is the advertising budget for Star Trek shows right now, because it's all that CBS, Viacom, Paramount, whatever you want to call them, has, is they want to try to get it out there and try to appeal to as many people as possible. So the advertising people are saying shit that doesn't necessarily reflect the actual people making the show.
Yeah.
Whereas Orville, it is exactly the stuff that is reflected by the people making the show, but no one cares.
well, Mike, the reason that Orville can probably get away with this stuff is it, Star Trek's an established franchise, so we have higher expectations versus the Orville's not an established franchise.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the issue. Is I think people have these high standards when it comes to these established franchises. I'm almost like, I really want to see a new Stargate show, but I'm also really worried about it because I'm afraid that people have been waiting for it for so long that they're going to just be disappointed no matter what it is.
Well,
I
here's
was
a good
disappointed in
comparison.
Continuum, okay? I mean, the, whatever that
Here's a-
message original one was.
Stargate Continuum, you didn't like that?
Yeah.
No, not the TV show. The, what the hell was that called? They tried to bring back Stargates.
Origins?
Origins, thank you.
Okay.
But here's a good comparison, at least for me. I might be way off base, but I think this is what you're talking about. If you watch, like, I love Star Wars, right? But if you watch, like, those cinematics that they made, like, for the Old Republic, where you get this kind of little story, but it's got these characters we've not, unless you're really familiar with it, you've not seen them before, it's got big battles and kind of this cinematic feel. I would almost prefer watching those than watching some of the new movies where all they're doing is drawing on old characters and turning them into cynical jerks. You know what I mean? Like I just want to watch Star Wars because of the visceral feel of battles and Jedi and all that stuff, and rather than just like how mired everything is and trying to connect it to the original trilogy. So I'm just like this, that's why I like the Orville because it's Star Trek without like 50 years of canon holding it back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about where it fits. Um, I get a good first contact story, or I get a good cultural contamination story, or something like that. That's all I want. I don't want oh, this character is back after 30 years, and this is what they look like, and this is how they talk. I just don't care anymore.
Well, the way I'll look at it, I'll compare it to when the original prequel movies came out. The amount of hype for the Phantom Menace when it first came out was
I was there.
unprecedented, and to this day has not been beaten by any other film.
Oh, I was there. I was waiting for 8 hours for my tickets, man.
Same here, and everyone was like so happy. Afterwards, everyone was just so crushed about how it wasn't what they thought it was going to be, and I'm like, I think that's part of the issue is we need to stop assuming what the property or the franchise is going to do, and just enjoy what they do.
Now, if you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself to enjoy it. I don't agree with that. Like George Lucas. Well, George Lucas made some pretty terrible movies with the prequels. There's a lot of things I like about them, and I don't hate them like the way it sounds like, but they're not classic movies. the original trilogy was classic. The prequels are not, and because everybody was afraid to say to George, "That doesn't work." He had yes men surrounding him. He had nobody to stick
Actually,
with
I
him.
got to rebuttal on that. He did not have yes men surrounding him. People did argue with him on set about the direction he was trying to go, but he
Not
ended.
really, not as
Yeah,
much as
yeah,
they could have.
yeah. People did argue with him on set. Production did argue with him. He was not full. It's like he was not full dictatorship. No, he actually got the crew's input about what is going on. He would describe the scene. He goes, "Okay, any thoughts about this? What do you placement?
I've
Do you
watched,
agree?" He actually
I've
had
watched
input with the
every
crew.
I watched every behind the scenes video, literally everything, from the little mini films to the documentary films on every prequel DVD. And for the most part, there are occasions when they would ask him stuff, they would comment on it. But everybody, even Noel, even John Noel, who has a better sense of Star Wars since then, even John Noel was like, "Sure, George, absolutely." Everybody was so, George Lucas was so powerful at that time, and he was funding these films himself. Everybody, whereas with the original trilogy, he wasn't. He was so powerful, everybody was just afraid of him, and they would laugh at his dumb jokes. Red Letter Media was on the point when they showed clips of everybody laughing at his dumb jokes. Like everybody, is like, we're not listening to the music, and there was a dumb joke, and everybody laughed. Everybody was just so terrified of George that they would just agree with almost, I'm not saying everything, that's a little hyperbole, but everybody was so into it. They were like, "Oh yeah, Jar Jar is going to work," you know,
No,
I
oh,
just
sorry.
see it differently. I've seen every bit of footage I could find on those movies, and I watch them all the
When,
time.
yeah, when you were talking about the Jar Jar working, I'll never forget that clip when he was trying to convey to people, you know,
Yeah,
and defend Jar Jar. He's like, no, no, Jar Jar is the secret to all of this.
exactly. That was in the
And I'm
beginning
like,
documentary. It's called from.
oh, that made me cringe so much in retrospect because yeah, Jar Jar had an important role, but you didn't really need to have him involved in the Phantom Menace that much. You could just establish, oh, idiot side character.
He was
Yeah.
trying to establish a new character in the Star Wars lore.
Yeah.
My point is, I don't need. I'm contending with you as a best buddy. We're just talking. We're friends, but I'm just saying I kind of disagree with you. I'm not saying I totally disagree with you or anything, and I'm not saying, your point isn't valid. I'm just saying I go out of my way to watch all 20 something documentaries, the little short ones, and I also watch the feature length ones on all the prequel films. I think the prequel films have some excellent special features on them. I've watched even the one on sound design. I've watched the one on pre-visualization. I've watched the one on the sword fight. The every day all the people involved in the sword fight. And the third one, I watched the beginning, which is the first documentary. I've watched them all. Not just watched them once. I watched them almost every day I'm working because it's a great background material and something I can watch. And for the most part, George was just like, you got to consider where he was. He'd made billions of dollars on this, and people were so looking forward. He was so powerful at the time, um, and he was also funding these films completely himself, which he didn't do on the other ones. And well, he did a little bit on Empire, but even then, he had to get the studio. He had to borrow some money from the studio to actually get Empire finished. But yeah, nobody was ready to doubt him, even though they could see that this was not going to work out. Like, they just had to go along with it. Um, but the problem with so a lot of the blame for the prequels is on George himself, and just the fact that he thought like, let's use one technique, let's use a lot of CGI, and also people point out they try to correct me, and they're right in some ways. That especially with the Phantom Menace, that he had a ton of sets built, that he had a ton of models that they were using, and they're right. But here's the thing: even with the actual sets and models that he built, he still filmed his actors in front of green screens, put those actual sets and models in the background, and used computers to clear them up. So by the time you're done with your shot, it still looks like a computer generated shot. It's still
Yeah.
over processed and overdone. So even the shots where say, "Oh, look at this! This is a real set. This is a real life-size spaceship." It doesn't matter. He processed it way so much. The same way he would do it with the CGI.
Every director does
stuff,
that.
CGI.
Every director does that. They embellish
No.
their work.
Not every director does that, Elihu. But the thing
I love George. I
is, I
actually
think
saw George once when I was in Florida.
George was so
the
used to
ground he walked
innovating
on.
for the original trilogy. Hold on. Was so used to innovating and creating new technologies for his the original trilogy that he wanted to do the same thing with CG when it came to the prequels.
He put
and
it all
he
on
overused it.
Yeah. I still will always worship the ground he walks on. I think the guy is great, but he just became a little too. One thing that bugs me about the prequels is the whole stagey nature of the dialogue. It's like high school, like when they're like, why would you put couches in a Star Wars movie where people are sitting on couches? There's supposed to be adventures where people are running from stormtroopers and shooting things and swashbuckling fun adventures with witty lines of dialogue. And yet, in the prequel, there's a whole bunch of scenes where people are just sitting around on a couch. Like they said in the Red Letter Media video, he's completely right. It's like, why can't you? Like, I love Attack of the Clones. It's secretly kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. But where are the quotable lines of dialogue? There's like 6 or 7 good lines, but there should be tons of shit that you can quote because it's awesome, and it just doesn't get there.
I will say,
you don't have to have
definitely
quotes.
my favorite of the prequels.
So you don't have to have You don't have to have a movie full of quotes to have to be for people to enjoy it.
I agree with that.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something.
Every line in Star Wars you can quote.
Yeah, but there are some such movies that people love and enjoy. There's no memorable quotes like Armageddon. Okay, Armageddon. Hello. Name some quotes. Give me 5 quotes from Armageddon. Give me 5 quotes from Die Hard 1. Give me 5 quotes. Give me 5 quotes from what the hell was that? Alien. People don't know like Female Man.
I'm skipping an example.
Elihu.
Yes.
Hold on. We're gonna do this game real quick. Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Ha ha ha. Now I have a machine gun.
I read about it in Time magazine.
Without looking it up, Mike.
I'm not looking it up. Do I look like I'm looking it up? I am just looking at it.
Hey, this is Christmas music.
Hey, Elihu, come to the coast. We'll get together, have a little party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
Howard is fantastic.
Oh, damn! Now I know how a TV dinner feels like.
But to defend Attack of the Clones for a little bit, we have. It's time for some aggressive negotiations.
I like that. That was great.
Let's see. What else can we do? Begun. The Clone Wars has.
By the way, that shot, that scene, that line is the funniest part of the documentary for that movie when they were talking about digital characters. When Rob Coleman, who I met, was trying to animate that scene, George is like, "You can't. He's not sad. He's not happy, but he's not sad. You can't make him sad." And so, like, Coleman was working on that shot for so long that within like a couple weeks, he called it the Widowmaker. And he's like, "George, we got to talk about the Widowmaker." And George is like, "What do you mean the Widowmaker?" And what shot are you talking about? And he's like, "This shot." And then it's some Yoda saying that line. He just couldn't get it right because of the kind of emotion he had to push on it. By the way, my cat loves you.
Finish a little bit. Let's see. What other quotes can we do from Attack of the Clones?
There's always a bigger fish.
A man named Tyrannus.
Yeah, I like when came to rescue you, and Obi-Wan's like, "Nice job."
Yeah.
I like they're all cloners. The guy.
I mean, Attack of the Clones is just as quotable as a lot of the Star Wars stuff, so I wouldn't say that it not being quotable counts.
It does have a lot of quotes, but there's also a lot of dead spaces in the movie, is my point. Whereas you can quote almost any line from the original trilogy, like "evacuate" and our moments of triumph.
The original trilogy has a lot more years on it.
Yeah, true, but Clones is already 20 years old this year.
Dude, you know what you're talking about, you scruffy looking nerf herder?
evacuate at our moment of triumph?
Scruffy? Who you call Scruffy? Yeah, I know a lot about this game to lies for this
And
information.
remember, when it also comes to the cultural zeitgeist, usually the first things in a franchise are the stuff that go through the osmosis process to
True.
the regular
I
world.
agree with you.
I mean, more people know about Captain Kirk and Picard than they know about Cisco and Janeway.
Or Archer.
Yeah. Just because, outside of Star Trek, people might know those two, but they wouldn't really know anything about them.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree.
So the first
quoting
trilogy
was just
has
one of
that
the
on it.
one of the
It
little
was the first
categories.
trilogy. Do you know
Quoting is
anyone
just
who
one
can
of the little
quote a line
categories I
from
have.
Star Wars Darksaber?
No.
Exactly. I've read the book multiple times, and I couldn't quote a damn line from it.
I do think that the best thing that Disney's come up with, I like Solo more than most people. I like Rogue One a lot.
No,
but obviously
okay.
the Mandalorian is already pretty much a cool character.
Mercer, you have just dropped a few respect points in my book because Solo, in my book, is the worst of the Star Wars films.
It has problems. I like it though.
Force Awakens, worse than The Last Jedi.
I don't agree.
Worse than Rise of Skywalker.
It has like very contained action set pieces that run, that they did. Like the train heist was fucking cool. I have an issue with the train heist, but only a minor one. The thing in the nebula was pretty cool to watch. I'm not saying it's a timeless movie. I'm not saying that, but I can watch that movie and enjoy it as kind of like a space pirate movie.
It's a pointless movie.
Are you talking about Rogue One?
Solo is the reason I don't like it. Is that Solo is entirely pointless.
All movies are pointless.
There's no need for it within the greater narrative of Star Wars.
It's like the movie Black Widow.
Okay, but I'm talking about the greater narrative when it comes to Star Wars.
It doesn't matter. I don't care about the greater narrative. You know what I like? Here's what's more important than the greater narrative is when they land on Kessel and they have to board the Falcon again and there's a bunch of gunfire. It looks like an awesome comic book. It was an awesome scene. And I don't care what the greater narrative, because I got some damn badass action scenes in that movie, and some great. I thought Aiden Ehrenreich was pretty damn good. I thought the guy that played Lando was good.
I like
it was
Woody.
A pretty badass movie.
Yeah, I like Woody, and he was pretty good. But I didn't really like that movie.
I would rather watch the Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi on loop for 24 hours than watch Solo once.
No, I hate those movies. I hate the sequel trilogy.
I get it.
I hate the entire trilogy as a whole because they might have been part of the saga, but they took away everything about Star Wars.
No, because at least when it comes to the sequel trilogy, they continue the basic narrative of Star Wars.
They put that narrative right into the toilet bowl. They put that narrative right into the toilet bowl, whereas at least Solo was.
It doesn't matter. It still continues the narrative. I
don't care about that. I don't care.
I'd rather watch the train continue on, even if I know it's going to crash, than just watch the train go by and watch the tracks for the next.
That's why I defer from you. That's why I can watch like an episode of Star Trek, and I don't give a freaking hell if it continues.
But I want to watch the train.
Narrative.
I don't want to watch the tracks. You're like, ooh, these tracks are pretty. It's like, no, the tracks.
Like I said, I got more character and more action out of watching Solo than I ever will watching Last Jedi. Last Jedi has 5 subplots in search of a plot. It was so bad. At least Solo had a plot.
It still continues the narrative.
I don't care. Doesn't matter. I don't care. If they're gonna run that narrative right into the freaking dirt, I'd rather not watch it. If they're gonna run the overall narrative into it would be like if you made the Lord of the Rings trilogy and then let's make a 4th movie and we'll have that 4th movie be like the complete tripe. You're still gonna watch it just because it's the 4th movie. It's like the reason that I kind of think it's a fun movie, but it's pretty bad. But a lot of people don't even count Indiana Jones 4.
In Lord of the Rings. In Lord of the Rings, the first movie, and in the first book, we discover that Isildur's sword, the one that the broken sword, and in the 3rd movie, he's presented that sword that's been reforged together.
Yes.
Solo is the movie of one guy gathering up the pieces on the display, melting down the, reforging it, and then presenting it to Aragon at the end. But that's the entire movie, is him
Doesn't
making
matter.
the
I like
sword.
a small movie. I don't need the
I don't
movie to
wanna
be
see
like a big
that.
part of the
It
Star
has
Wars
no
saga.
point.
It's a fun movie.
No.
I don't need
If
it
you're
to
going
be
to
like.
do stuff that is non-narrative, start something new like The Mandalorian did.
I'm not saying. I never said Solo is a classic movie. I never said that. I just simply said I enjoyed it. I liked it. I think it had great action, great characters. I never said it was a Star Wars classic, and I did say The Mandalorian is really damn good.
I want to play devil's advocate here for a second. What the fuck is the point of a Star Wars Mandalorian? There's no lightsabers. There's no space battles. This is not Star Wars. That's the same argument you're giving against the prequels, Mercer, against Mike's Solo example. And yeah, it's the same universe, but it's a different storyline.
Yeah, that's why I like The Mandalorian. Is it's the same universe, but it separates itself from the original narrative by focusing on that specific character that is unrelated to the original story.
Yeah, believe it or not,
we're going to take one character that it was involved in 1/3 of the narrative, and we're going to focus on his origin story because money.
People were complaining about their redoing the Star Wars, the same thing over and over again. And all the fans were kept on saying, you can even go back and look on all social media, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, yada, whatever. They were saying, expand the universe. We have a whole galaxy that's galaxy here. Expand the universe. So what did they do? Solo. Let's do Mandalorian. Let's do Ahsoka. They're expanding the universe. It's a different arc of the storyline.
All right. Hey guys, I gotta go pick up my kid. I'll talk to you guys later.
Alrighty.
There.
I'm going to end the stream in about 5 minutes anyway.
You gotta pick them up. Are they heavy? You gotta pick them up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Anyhow, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow if anybody wants to join.
I'm gonna head out in a minute too. I gotta drink a lot of alcohol in order to get through this conversation.
All right. I'll just go ahead and end the stream now then.
Yeah,
It's good chatting with you guys. It's good chatting with you.
ya.
I did enjoy the conversation. I just feel like I look at each film independently, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it.
I mean, The Phantom Menace did make $1 billion, so.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace made $1 billion.
What made $1 billion?
The Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah. Well, the point is, I like the Phantom Menace. I don't love it.
All right.
I like it.
I'm just gonna finish it off and say later, folks.
Bye, weirdos.